Today, let's talk about the largest
and the best demographic dividend.
and the best toy market, Indonesia.
Why is it Indonesia?
Firstly, Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world.
What does this mean?
It not only has a large number of children's toy consumers, but also a huge market of adults, markets for adults to buy toys for themselves. In addition, although Indonesia itself is a major toy producer, but even so, the local toy production capacity can only meet about 30% of domestic demand. 70% of the gap needs to be filled by imports. This mismatch between supply and demand just gives us Chinese, brings huge opportunities to Chinese suppliers. In other words, for every 10 imported toys sold in Indonesia, more than 9 of them come from China. Indonesian toy factories are, while making money through exports, the shelves in the domestic market are mainly supplied by China. This complementarity decided that China and Indonesia are in the toy industry is not a competitive relationship, but a natural cooperative relationship. What kind of toys do Indonesian consumers like? What kind of toys do they like? This topic also needs to be discussed. The Indonesian market presents several very clear consumption characteristics. First, it is very IP oriented, and second, the value of education is becoming more and more obvious. Indonesian parents are more inclined to buy toys with both entertainment and educational functions. Thirdly, mid to low priced products are the main products. The average customer price in the Indonesian market is not high. Quick ordering is a typical consumption rhythm. Let's take a look at the policy environment. After the implementation of RCEP, Chinese toys exported to Indonesia, tariffs have been reduced from 10% to 5%. Cost advantages has been further enhanced. However, entering the Indonesian market there is an unavoidable threshold. Is the mandatory SNI certification. Indonesian national standard, similar to China's 3C certification. According to the Indonesian Ministry of Industry, Regulation number 7 of 2025, SNI certification system, a major reform. The new regulations will be implemented on the 24th of July. 202.5, it has officially come into effect. It will be fully implemented on July 2026. For toy suppliers like us, toy providers, there are 3 core prerequisites for applying for SNIDA. First, there must be a legally official representative. Second, the product brand must be completed trademark registration in Indonesia. Third, the factory must have ISO 9001 quality management system certification. Under the new regulation, these approaches will be more complicated. It is recommended to leave more time. Then, in terms of channels, in the past, Indonesian toys sold mainly offline. Traditional shopping malls, like Kids Station, which occupied the main share. But e-commerce is rapidly this situation. For example, TikTok Indonesia has become the second largest TikTok e-commerce market after the US market. The pattern of e-commerce in Indonesia is also very diverse. For our toy exporters, for e-commerce sellers, there is an operational detail worth noting is that on the TikTok Indonesia site, the most effective videos are often the first 3 seconds by comparing prices. For example, showing the same product in the mall or the price on other e-commerce platforms. Show the discounted price. This strategy is better than simply shouting, "We have a better price," label like this. Conversion rate is much higher. Regarding the Indonesian toy market, trends and markets, we will stop here today. If you want to do business in the Indonesian market, please feel free to communicate in the comment section. See you next